in live video.
Okay.
And in the mic here, no, for the kitchen.
Bandeham Shri Guru Shitha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sadhana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivashikam Vitam Sja Om Adhyana Timarandasya Gyanajana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhistam Supurkam Gurganara Sesha Sabhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nippanam Shri Rupa Bhatanagam Govinda Vidam Ujwalam Bharatanam Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Mande Vishwa Guruncha Divyat Bhagavat Prem Noi Bija Pradam Devam Divyatanam Suchandavananam Balarka Shilanshitam Sandrananda Puram Sadekavaranam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Manditam Shubhadam Madeka Sharanam Yashishvara Sridharam Vanchakopatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahaprabhu Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurata Vishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Prabhupada. This is Madhya-lila chapter 12, the cleansing of the Gundicha temple. So yesterday we read the explanation by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, how the cleansing of as Mahaprabhu cleansed the Gundicha temple, one has to cleanse one's own heart in order to receive the Lord there. And the Lord is in everyone's heart, but we want to make our heart a clean place for receiving the Lord. So Srila Saraswati Thakur has a very nice explanation, and yesterday we read that explanation. So I'll go on with text number 136. Nrshingam Mandir Bhitar Bahir Shodila Kaneka Vishrama Kore Nritya Rambila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also cleansed the Nrsinga temple inside and outside. Finally, he rested a few minutes and then began dancing. Charidike Bhaktagan, Korana Kirtan, Madhya Nritya, Koran Prabhu, Matasimasam. All around Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the devotees performed congregational chanting. They all performed kirtan. The Lord, just like a mad lion, danced in the middle. Shwetakampa, Vaivaradhyashru, Pulaka Hunkar, Shwetakampa, Vaivaran, Yashu, Pulaka, Hunkar, Nija Anga, Duviyage, Chalayashudar. As usual, when Mahaprabhu danced, there were perspiration, trembling, fading, tears, jubilation, and roaring. Indeed, the tears from his eyes washed his body and those before him. Charidike Bhaktagam, Charidike Bhakta Anga Koila Prakalan, Shravanera, Megajena Kore Barishan. In this way, Mahaprabhu washed the bodies of all the devotees with the tears from his eyes. The tears poured like the rains in the month of Shravan. That's during the monsoon season. Mahaucha Sankirtane Akash Barila Prabhur Udandanite Bhumik Kampahoila. The sky was filled with great and loud chanting of Sankirtan, and there shook from the jumping and dancing of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Swarupera Uchagan Prabhure Saravai Anande Udandanitya Kori Gorarai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always liked the loud chanting of Swarup Damodar. Therefore, when Swarup Damodar sang, Mahaprabhu danced and jumped high in jubilation. Emata Katakan Nritya Jai Koriya Vishrama Korila Prabhu Shamai Bhujiya. The Lord thus chanted and danced for some time. Finally, understanding the circumstances, he stopped. Acharya Gosara Putra Sri Gopalanam Nritya Korite Tare Agyadila Goradam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then ordered Sri Gopal, the son of Advaita Acharya, to dance. Premaveshe Nritya Kori Hoila Murchite Achena Hoya Teho Padila Bhumite. While dancing in ecstatic love, Sri Gopal fainted and fell to the ground unconscious. Aste Bhyaste Acharya Tare Hoila Kole Shvasa Rohila Deki Acharya Hoila Vikale. When Sri Gopal fainted, Advaita Acharya hastily took him upon his lap. Seeing that he was not breathing, he became very much agitated. So that's his son, Sri Gopal, and he fainted. But then Advaita Acharya sees not only he fainted, but he's not breathing. Nishingara mantra pari more jalachanti hunkarera shabde brahmanda jai fati. Advaita Acharya and others began to chant the holy name of Lord Nrsimha and sprinkle water. The roaring of the chant was so great that it seemed to shake the entire universe. They're chanting for the boy's protection, but Aneka Korila Tabu Nahoy Chaitan Acharya Kandena Kande Sabhavaktagan. When the boy did not regain consciousness after some time, Advaita Acharya and the other devotees began to cry. Tabe Mahaprabhu Tare Buke Hastadila Utaha Gopal Bole Ucheshware Kohila. Then Mahaprabhu placed his hand on the chest of Sri Gopal and said loudly, Gopal, stand up. Shunite Gopaler Hoila Chaitan Hari Bole Nritya Kore Sarva Bhaktagan. As soon as Gopal heard the voice of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he immediately came to his senses. All the devotees then began to dance, chanting the holy name of Hari. Elila Varni Jachin Dasha Brindavan Ataeva Sankepa Kori Korilun Varnan. This incident has been described in detail by Vrindavan Das Thakur. Therefore, I have described it only in brief. This is a matter of etiquette. If a previous acharya has already written about something, there's no need to repeat it for some personal sense gratification or to outdo the previous acharya. Unless there's some definite improvement, one should not repeat. Tabi Mahaprabhu Kaneka Vishram Koriya Snana Koribare Gila Bhaktagana Loya. After taking rest, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the devotees departed to take their baths. Tiri Uti Paran Prabhu Shushka Vasan Nishinga Devi Namaskari Gila Upavan. After bathing, the Lord stood on the bank of the lake and put on dry garments. After offering obeisances to Lord Nrsimhadev, whose temple was nearby, the Lord entered a garden. Udyani Masila Prabhu Bhaktagan Loya Tabivani Nathaila Mahaprashada Loya. In the garden, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat down with the other devotees. Vaninath Roy then came and brought all kinds of Mahaprashadam. Kashi Mishra Tulasi Paricha Duijan Panchashat Lok Jata Koraye Bojan Tata Ana Pita Pana Sabha Pataila Tekima Prabhur Mane Santosha Hoila. Kashi Mishra and Tulsi, the superintendent of the temple, brought as much prasadam as 500 men could eat. Seeing the large quantity of prasadam, which consisted of rice, cakes, sweet rice, and a variety of vegetables, Mahaprabhu was very satisfied. So there were many devotees cleansing the Gundicha temple, and then a big quantity of prasadam was brought to the part for all the devotees. Puri Gosai Mahaprabhu, Bharati Brahmananda, Advaita Acharya, Ara, Prabhu Nityananda. Among the devotees present was Sri Chaitanya. Among the devotees present with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were Paramananda Puri, Brahmananda Bharati, Advaita Acharya, and Nityananda Prabhu. Acharya Ratna, Acharya Nidhi, Srivas Gadadhar, Shankar, Nandan Acharya, Ara Raghava Bhakreshwar, Acharya Ratna, Acharya Nidhi, Srivas Thakur, Gadadhar Pandit, Shankar, Nandan Acharya, Raghava Pandit, and Vrakeshwar were also present. Prabhu Agya Paya, Vaishe Apane Sarvabhoma, Pindara Upare Prabhu Vaishe Loya Bhaktagan, Receiving the permission of the Lord, Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya sat down. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the devotees sat on raised wooden seats. Taratali Kore Anukram Ujjana Bhare Vaishe Bhakta Korite Bhujan. In this way, all the devotees sat down to take their lunch in consecutive lines, one beside the other. Haridas Bole Prabhu Dake Ganegan Dure Rohe Haridas Kore Nivedan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was repeatedly calling Haridas, Haridas. And at that time, Haridas, standing at a distance, spoke as follows. Bhakta Sanghe Prabhu Koruna, Bhakta Sanghe Prabhu Koruna Prasad Angikar, E Sanghe Vasite Jogya Nahi Muichar. Haridas Thakur said, let Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu take his lunch with the devotees. Since I am abominable, I cannot sit among you. I cannot sit down among you. So Haridas Thakur is the Namacharya, and he's chanting so much the holy name, and he's spreading the holy name to others. He's always talking about the glories of the holy name. But Haridas Thakur was born as a Muslim, so therefore Haridas Thakur is thinking that, he's always in a humble position. He's very dear to everyone, but still he will always, he's saying, I'm very fallen. He'll keep some distance. But also there's another purpose in him doing this, because they're all going to take prashadam, but Haridas Thakur takes what is left on Mahaprabhu's plate. So he always finds a reason for being a little bit apart so he can get the remnants left by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he does that. Govinda, he said, then it says, Pache More Prasad Govinda Dibe Bahirdware Mamajani Prabhu Puna Na Bolila Tare. Govinda, that's the servant of Mahaprabhu. Govinda will give me prasadam later outside the door. Understanding his mind, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not call him again, because he could understand that Haridas Thakur will take Mahaprabhu's remnants, he'll get them from Govinda. So that's what he says. Swarup Gosai, Jagadananda, Damodar, Kasheshwara, Gopinath, Maninath, Shankar, Pariveshan, Kore Tahan E, Shatajan, Madhya Haridwani, Kore Bhaktagan, Swarup Damodar, Jagadananda, Damodar Pandit, Kashishwar, Gopinath, Vaninath, and Shankar distributed prasadam, and the devotees chanted the holy names at intervals while they're taking prasadam. Pulina Bhojana Krishna Purve Jaiche Koila Se Lila Mahaprabhu Mane Smriti Hoila. Lord Sri Krishna had previously taken his lunch in the forest, and that very pastime was remembered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. ¿Tú vas a estar aquí hasta después de prasadam?
Sí,
en la mañana.
De desayuno, sí.
Sí. Yo tengo algunas cosas para ti, algunos libros, 3 libros, es todo lo que tienen de la verdad absoluta. Y Fula Krishna y Dayavati dejaron algunos recipientes de cero inoxidable de como termos. Ellos dejaron eso, entonces ustedes van a Tijuana, ¿no?
Sí.
Entonces pueden llevar esas cosas con ustedes. ¿Fueron con los devotos a colectar anoche?
No.
¿Estaban en San Francisco?
Sí, venimos de San Francisco ayer en la tarde, como a las 7, y llegamos a Conrama. Cenamos ahí, descansamos y nos venimos.
¿Y si eran bien en San Francisco?
Sí, trabajamos, sí.
¿Y cuándo regresas a México?
El domingo en la noche. Tengo ya mi
¿De
vuelo.
Tijuana?
De Tijuana.
Okay. ¿Y cuándo van a Tijuana?
Hoy queremos salir para mañana tratar de hacer unos negocios en Los Ángeles.
Okay.
Y el sábado estar en Tijuana.
Okay.
La de Jagannath Ratha-yatra que llamó varias veces.
Sí, ya no la dieron.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the reading.
Yeah.
Pulina Bhojana Krishna Purve Jai Che Hoila Se Lila Mahaprabhu Mani Smriti Hoila. Lord Sri Krishna had previously taken his lunch in the forest, and that very pastime was remembered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jajapi Premaveshi Prabhu Hoila Astir Samaya by Pujiya Prabhu Hoila Kichudir. Just by remembering the pastimes of Sri Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was agitated by ecstatic love, but considering the time and circumstance, he remained somewhat patient. Prabhu Kohini Deha Lakshra Vyanjane Bhaktapana Amrita Gutika Deha Bhaktagane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you can give me the ordinary vegetable known as lafra vyanjana, and you may deliver to all the devotees better preparations like cake, sweet rice, and amrita gutika. Lafra vyanjana is a combination of several green vegetables all mixed together. It is often mixed with rice and delivered to poor men. Amrita gutika is a preparation of thick puri mixed with condensed milk. It is also known as amrita rasavali. So Mahaprabhu is saying, I'll just take some simple vegetables so you can give all the good things to the devotees. But it's not going to work that way. Sarvagya Prabhu Janan Jari Jai Bhai Tare Tare Se Deo Jai Swarup Dwarai. Since Mahaprabhu is omniscient, he knew what types of preparations each person liked. He therefore had Swarup Damodar deliver these preparations to each devotee to his full satisfaction. And they do that sometimes in the mat too. They know what kind of things people like, so they give them specially that. So, they know I like Shukta, so they give that to me. Jaganananda Vedai Pariveshin Korite Prabhurapate Balo Dravya Dena Achambite. Jaganananda went to distribute prasadam, and suddenly he picked up all the first-class preparations. Jaganananda went to distribute prasadam, and suddenly he placed all the first-class preparations on the plate of Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu said, I'll just take some simple boiled vegetable. But Jaganananda put all the nice things on his plate. Jajabe dile Prabhu tare koran rosh, bole chale tabu, dena dile se santosh. When such nice prasadam was put on the plate of Mahaprabhu, the Lord was outwardly very angry. Nonetheless, when the preparations were placed on his plate, sometimes by tricks and sometimes by force, the Lord was satisfied. I remember sometimes they'd want to serve you and very enthusiastically in the mat. And you know, they'd be serving and you'd go, no, 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 and you'd hold your hand over your plate so that they wouldn't put more things on it. Sometimes they would just dump things on top of your hand. Then Govinda Maharaj said, well, don't feed people by force. Nonetheless, when the preparations were placed on his plate by tricks and sometimes by force, the Lord was satisfied. Punarapi se dravya kore nirikan taravai prabhu kecha korena bakan. When the food was thus delivered, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looked at it for some time. Being afraid of Jagannatha, he finally ate something. Nakaile Jagannatha koribe upavas tara age kechu kana mane I trust. The Lord knew that if he did not eat the food offered by Jagannatha, Jagannatha would certainly fast. Being afraid of this, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ate some of the prasadam he offered. Swarup Gosai Balo Mishta Prasad Loya Prabhuke Nivedana Kori Age Nandaya. Swarup Damodar then brought some excellent sweetmeats and standing before the Lord offered them to him. Now, sweetmeats just means sweets. They're not. There's no meats. They're just called. That's just what they call them out in India. Sweetmeats. Ima prashan alpa koraha ashwadan deka Jagannatha kaiche karya chena bojan. Swarup Damodar then said, just take a little of this Mahaprashadam and see how it is that Lord Jagannath has accepted it. Ita age kichu kore samarpan tarasnehe prabhu kichu korana bojan. Upon saying this, Swarup Damodar placed some food before the Lord, and the Lord out of affection ate it. Imata duijan kore bar vichitra e dui bhakter sneho vyavahar. Swarup Damodar and Jagannath again and again offered the Lord some food. Thus they behaved affectionately with the Lord. This was very, very uncommon. Because Mahaprabhu generally, well, you know, he doesn't want to take opulent prasadam. You know, this is like a feast. But they're tricking him, sometimes putting things on his plate by force, and sometimes out of affection. Swarup Damodar is encouraged the Mahaprabhu, here, try this, and he's giving it. It says, thus they behaved affectionately with the Lord. This was very, very uncommon that the Lord would eat so much. Sarvabhome Prabhu Vasaya Chena Bama Pashe Dui Bhakter Snehodeki Sarvabhoma Hashe. The Lord made Swarup Damodar sit on his, the Lord made Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya sit on his left side, and when Sarvabhauma saw the behavior of Swarup Damodar and Jagadananda, he smiled. Sarvabhaume Deyana Prabhu Prasadutama Sneho Kore Barabar Korana Bhojana. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also wanted to offer Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya first-class food. Therefore, out of affection, he had the servers put first-class food on his plate again and again. So Mahaprabhu made Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya eat also nice things. Gopinathacharya Uttama Mahaprasad Ani Sarvabhauma Diya Kohe Sumadurabani. Gopinathacharya also brought first-class food and offered it to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya while speaking sweet words. Sumadurabani, speaking very affectionately to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is Gopinathacharya's brother-in-law, and by Gopinathacharya's mercy, also Sarvabhauma got the mercy of Mahaprabhu. Kaham Bhattacharya Purva Jadavyavahar Kahane Paramananda Korahabichar. After serving the Bhattacharya with first-class prasadam, Gopinathacharya said, just consider what the Bhattacharya's previous mundane behavior was. Just see how at present he is enjoying transcendental bliss. Sarvabhauma Kohe Ami Tartika Kubudi Tomara Prasadi Mora E Sampat Siddhi. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied to Gopinathacharya, I was simply a less intelligent logician, but by your grace I have received this opulence of perfection. I was struck by the well wishes of Gopinathacharya that Mahaprabhu showed affection for Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Mahaprabhu Bina Kohe Nahi Doyamoy Kakare Garuda Kore Aiche Kon Hoy. But for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya continued, who is so merciful? He has converted a crow into a Garuda. Who could be so merciful? So he says, before I was like a crow, but now I'm like Garuda, the bird that carries Vishnu. So it says, I was converted from a crow to Garuda. Tarkika Sridhara Sange Byo Kori Semuke Abe Sada Kohe Krishna Hari. In the association of the jackals known as logicians, I simply continued to bark a resounding Byo, Byo. Now from the same mouth I am chanting the holy names, Krishna and Hari. So this Byo, Byo He's making the sound that he says the jackal will make. So he was only interested in logic, so he says the jackals of logic. And like that, I was just barking, wow, yow, like that. And now I am, from the same mouth, I am chanting the names of Krishna and Hari. Kahan Bahirmukha Tartika Sishigan Sange Kahane Sangashuddha Samudra Tarange. Whereas I once associated with the disciples of logic, all non-devotees, I am now merged in the waves of the nectarian ocean of the association of devotees. So I knew devotees before. Well, when I would first join the devotees, there were some devotees who, one of them, Drishtadyumna Swami, his father was a big official working for Seagram 7, you know, and in one lecture in India, Prabhupada said, he could have been swimming in an ocean of whiskey, but instead he's swimming in the ocean of Krishna Ras, in the ocean of nectar of chanting Hare Krishna. And another devotee, Giriraj, his father was very wealthy. He was, I think, a lawyer. And he offered Giriraj $1 million to quit being a devotee. But Giriraj never accepted that. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says, before I associated with the jackals of logic, and I was just barking like one of them, but now I am chanting Krishna and Hari from the same mouth. Prabhu kohe purve siddha Krishna tomar priti, toma sangyama subar, hoida Krishna mati. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, from your previous birth, you have been in Krishna consciousness. Thus you love Krishna so much that simply by your association, we are all developing Krishna consciousness. So last night also, Jairama was talking to him, and he said, his father and mother and his father-in-law and mother-in-law, they were all very happy with him and everything, but some of his relatives were very rich. They said, what are you doing? You're wasting your time there. You could have, instead of making money, you're just wasting time. And they said, you go to America, you're not even drinking whiskey or anything. He actually said that. But he didn't say too much to not disturb the family relations. But if I would have been there, I would have told them something. I told them, you're born in India, and instead of getting some Indian culture, you just become like dogs. Who needs this kind of consciousness? I would have told him that. But he didn't want to disturb him. I went and told him, you're a bunch of dogs, useless dogs. What are you doing?
In the Indian restaurant down in Mountain View called Soquel, I worked for them for a year, the kitchen, and washing dishes and stuff like that. And the Indians come in there, they get really drunk. It's like a lot of them. It's like they get
they can't hold their liquor.
They get drunk so bad. Like I've never seen Indians.
Yeah, because they can. Because they're not used to drinking, and then they become like. They're terrible. They can't hold their liquor, and I'd see that on planes, and they get really gross, and sometimes throw food and stuff. It's not very.
I was like, this is Indian. Like, I got used to it after a while. So okay, they drink a lot of alcohol.
Prabhupada used to tell a story that was fun. That he said, he explained the difference between the old crows and the new crows. He said the crows would sometimes like to eat the flies that would land on stool. So the old crows like the flies, but sometimes to grab the flies, they'd have to get a mouthful of stool. And he said they didn't like that, but they did that just to be able to eat the flies. But he said the new crows, they were enchanted with the whole thing. They liked the flies, they liked the stool that they ate, they liked everything. So, you know, when they go to peck he says, so some of the people, like Indians, they're like new crows. They haven't even learned how to, and they've learned from the Westerners, but they've learned, you know, if they think like that, they can't, you know, when they drink, they get so drunk and they get gross and everything. That's very, but anyway, I would have said something to the relatives, but anyway, I'll go back to the story. I'm deviating from this. Prabhu koi purve siddha Krishna tomar priti toma sange amasavar hoila Krishna mati. Mahaprabhu said to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, from your previous birth you have been in Krishna consciousness. Thus you love Krishna so much that simply by your association we are all developing Krishna consciousness. Bhakti Mahima Bharaite Bhakti Sukadite Mahaprabhu Bina Anya Nahi Trijagate. Thus there is no one within these three worlds save for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is always so willing to increase the glories of the devotees and give them satisfaction. Tabi Prabhu Pratyeke Sabhabhaktara Namaloe Pitapana Deo Jaila Rashada Korea. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then took all the remnants of food offered to Jagannath, such as cakes and sweet rice, and distributed them to the other devotees, calling them individually. Advaita Nityananda Basi Jachin Ektai Duijane Krida Kola Lagila Tatai. Sri Advaita Charya and Nityananda Prabhu sat side by side, and when prasadam was being distributed, they engaged in a type of mock fighting. They're mock fighting as they start kind of joking and insulting each other and things like this. This is their behavior. Advaita kohe abaduter sangi ek punkti bojana korilun na jani habe konkati. First, Advaita Acharya said, I am sitting in line with an unknown mendicant. And because I am eating with him, I do not know what kind of destination is awaiting me. So he says, I'm eating beside an avadut, and I don't know what result I'll get from this. An avadut, Nityananda is sometimes called avadut. Avadut means somebody who doesn't follow any social formalities or social convention. He just can do or say anything. That's an avadut. So Advaita Acharya says, I am sitting in line with an avadut, and because I am eating with him, I do not know what kind of destination is awaiting me. Prabhuta sannyasi uharanahi apachai anadosha sannyasi aradosha nahi hoy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a sannyasi. Consequently, he does not recognize discrepancies. As a matter of fact, a sannyasi is not affected by eating food from anywhere and everywhere. So a sannyasi can associate with anybody, but he says, I'm a married man, and to eat with such a person, I don't know what will rub off onto me, what kind of bad reaction I'll get from sitting near him. And Nanadosha Maskari Shastra Brahman Amita Sa Tagri Hasta Brahman Amar Dosham Stan. According to the Shastra, there is no discrepancy in a sannyasi's eating at another's house. But for a householder Brahmin, this kind of eating is faulty. So he's saying, you know, Mahaprabhu can eat with anyone, but I'm a Brahmin in a house and married, and to eat with such a person as this as Nityananda, I don't think this is very good. Janmakula Shilachar Najani Jahar Tarasangi Ekpunkti Bora Anachar. It is not proper for a householder to dine with those whose previous birth, family, character, and behavior are unknown. So we don't know what to expect from this person. So I don't know what will be the result of me sitting next to him and eating. Then Nityananda Koe Tumi Advaita Charya Advaita Siddhante Buddhe Shuddha Bhakti Karya. Nityananda Prabhu immediately refuted Srila Advaita Charya, saying, you are a teacher of impersonal monism. You're a teacher of impersonalism. And the monotheistic conclusion is a great hindrance to progressive, pure devotional service. Advaita Acharyas, like Nityananda, is a great devotee, but they're always playing with insulting each other. So first Advaita Acharya says, to eat with such a person as this, I don't know, he's very ill-behaved and everything, I don't know what the result will be for me. And then Nityananda says, you are like an impersonalist. You may be a Brahmin and a Grihastha, but you're an impersonalist. So impersonalism is an impediment for devotional service. Tomar Siddhanta Sangha, Koreje Jane, Egbastu Bina Se, Dvitiyana Himane. One who participates in your impersonal monistic philosophy does not accept anything but the one Brahman. So he's saying you don't know about devotion because all you know about is impersonalism and Brahman, which is, that's just, they're going back and forth, just making up some insults. Hena Tomar Sange Mora Ekatre Bojan. Najani Tomar Sange Kaiche Hoiman. Nityananda Prabhu continued, you're such a monist, you're such an impersonalist, and now I am meeting beside you. I did not know how my mind will be affected in this way. Emata Duijani Kore Bola Boli, Byajastuti Kore Duhe, Jena Galagali. Thus they both went on talking and praising one another, although their praise appeared negative, for it appeared as if they exchanged ill names. But they're actually praising each other in some way, in a different way, but it sounds to others like they're insulting each other. But there's actually praise in what they're saying. Tabe Prabhu Sarva Vaishnaver Namaloya Mahaprasad Dena Maha Amrita Sinchiya. Thereafter, calling all the Vaishnavas, Mahaprabhu distributed Mahaprasadam as if sprinkling nectar. At that time, the mock fight between Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu became more and more delicious. Bojana Kori Ute Sabe Haridwani Kori Haridwani Utila Sab Swarga Martya Bari. After taking their lunch, all the Vaishnavas stood up and chanted the holy name of Hari, and the resounding noise filled all the upper and lower planetary systems. Tabi Mahaprabhu Sab Nija Bhaktagane Savakare Srihaste Dila Maya Chandane. After this, Mahaprabhu offered flower garlands and sandalwood pulp to all his devoted personal associates, many of them. Tabe Pariveshika Swarupare Shatajan Grihera Vitare Koila Prasada Bojan. The 7 persons headed by Swarup Damodar, who were engaged in distributing prasadam to others, then took their meals within the room. Prabhu Rabba Sesh Govinda Rakila Dariya Se Anaharida Se Kichu Dila Loya. Govinda saved some remnants of food left by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and kept them carefully. Later, one portion of these remnants was distributed to Haridas Thakur. Bhaktagan Govinda Pash Kichu Magi Nila Se Prasadana Govinda Apane Paila. It says Govinda saved some remnants of food left by Mahaprabhu and kept them carefully. Later, one portion of these remnants was delivered to Haridas Thakur. So he waited for that. He wanted to get Mahaprabhu's prasadam. He didn't want to sit with the devotees. He wanted to take prasadam that was left by Mahaprabhu. Bhaktagan Govinda Pash Kichu Magi Nila Se Prasadana Govinda Apane Paila. The remnants of food left by Mahaprabhu were later distributed among devotees who begged for them. And finally, Govinda personally took the last remnants. Swatandreshwara Prabhu Korinana Kela Doya Pakala Nam Koila Lila. The fully independent Supreme Lord performs various types of pastimes. The pastimes of washing and cleansing the Gundicha temple is but one of them. Aradine Jagannath there, Netrotsavanam, Mahotsava Hoila Bhaktir, Prana Samanan. The next day marked the performance of the festival of Netrotsava. This great festival was the life and soul of the devotees. So, right before Ratha-yatra, then the Lord, who has been Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, then been receiving nourishment, which means they've been painted and arranged everything for the Ratha-yatra ceremony. But right before the Ratha-yatra ceremony, they have a ceremony called Ratha-yatra festival, rather. They have a program called Netrotsava, where the Lord is shown to the devotees. Can you manage?
Yes.
Pakadin duke lok prabhura adarshane darshana koriya lok shuka pailamane. Everyone was unhappy for a fortnight because they could not see the deity of Lord Jagannath. Upon seeing the Lord at the festival of Netrotsav, the devotees were very happy. Mahaprabhu Sukeloya Sabbhaktagan Jagannatha Darshane Korila Gaman. On this occasion, greatly happy, Mahaprabhu took all the devotees with him and visited the Lord in the temple. Age Kashishwara Jai Loka Nishta Nivarya Pache Govinda Jai Jala Karanga Loya. When Mahaprabhu went to visit the temple, Kashishwara walked in front, checking the crowds of people, and Govinda walked in the rear, bringing the sannyasi's pitcher filled with water. So these are the two main servants. Govinda is a personal servant of Mahaprabhu, and Kashishwara is very strong, and he keeps people from crowding too close to Mahaprabhu and pushing against him because everyone wants to see him, so Kashishwara keeps the people at a little distance so Mahaprabhu doesn't get crushed. Prabhu Rage Puri Bharati Duhara Gaman Swarupa Dvaita Duhara Parshve Duijan. When Mahaprabhu went toward the temple, Paramananda Puri and Brahmanda Bharati walked in front of him, and at his two sides walked Swarup Damodar and Advaitacharya. Pache Pache Chale Jai Ara Bhaktagan Udkandate Gela Sab Jagannatha Bhavan. With great eagerness, all the other devotees followed them into the temple of Lord Jagannath. Darshana Lobete Kore Marjana Langan Boga Mandape Jana Kore Srimukha Darshan. Out of great eagerness to see the Lord, they all neglected the regular principles, and just to see the Lord's face went to the place where the food was offered. So they haven't seen Jagannath in some time, and they're crowding more and going closer to the Lord to see him. Trisharta Prabhur Netra Brahmara Juga Gada Trishnaya Piye Krishnara Vadana Kamal. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was thirsty to see the Lord, and his eyes became like two bumblebees drinking the honey from the lotus-like eyes of Lord Jagannath, who is Krishna himself. Prafula Kamala Jini Nayana Juga Nilamani Darpana Kante Ganda Jalama. The eyes of Lord Jagannath conquered the beauty of blossoming lotus flowers, and his neck was as lustrous as a mirror made of sapphires. Bandulera Fulajini Adara Sharanga Ishad Hasita Kante Amrita Taranga. The chin of the Lord, tinged with buff color, conquered the beauty of the banduli flower. This increased the beauty of his mild smiling, which was like lustrous waves of nectar. This is a description of Jagannath. Shimukha Sundarakante Bore Kane Kane Koti Bhakta Netra Bringa Korimarupane. The luster of Jagannath's beautiful face increased at every moment, and the eyes of hundreds and thousands of devotees drank its honey, like bumblebees. Jata piye tata trishna bore nirantar mukambucha chadi netra najai antar. As their eyes begin to drink the nectar and honey of his lotus face, their thirst increased. Thus their eyes did not leave him, did not leave Jagannath. Emata Mahaprabhu Loya Bhaktagan Madhyana Parjanta Koila Sri Mukha Darshan. Thus Mahaprabhu and his associates enjoyed happiness upon seeing the face of Jagannath. This continued to midday. Swetakampa Ashrujala Bahe Sarvakan Darshanera Lobe Prabhu Kuri Samvaran. As usual, there were transcendental blissful symptoms in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body, and he perspired and trembled, and a constant flow of tears flowed from his eyes. But the Lord checked these tears so that they would not disturb his seeing the face of the Lord. So Mahaprabhu checked his tears so they wouldn't impede him from seeing the face of Lord Jagannath. Madhye Madhye Bhogalage Madhye Darshan Bhogara Samaye Prabhu Korana Kirtan. They're looking at the face of Lord Jagannath was interrupted only when he was offered food. Afterwards they would again look upon his face. When the food was being offered to the Lord, to the Jagannath deities, Mahaprabhu performed his kirtan. Darshana Nande Prabhu Sab Pasharila Bhaktagan Madhyana Korite Prabhure Loyagela. Feeling such great pleasure upon seeing the face of Lord Jagannath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forgot everything. The devotees, however, took him to his lunch at noontime. Pratakali Ratha-yatra Habeka Janiya Seva Blagaya Boga Dwiguna Kuriya. Knowing that the Ratha-yatra car festival would take place in the morning, all the servants of Lord Jagannath were doubling their offerings of food because they know the Lord will be traveling on the cars the next day, so they're increasing what they offer to the Lord in the temple. Gundicha Marjana Lila Sankepe Kohila Jahadeke Shuni Papir Krishna Bhakti Hoila. I have briefly described the pastimes of the Lord in washing and cleansing the Gundicha temple. By seeing or hearing this pastimes, even sinful persons can awaken their Krishna consciousness. Shri Rupa Raghunath Parijaras Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohei Krishna Das, praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy. I, Krishna Das, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta reports. 2 Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya-lila chapter 12, describing the washing and cleansing of the Gundicha temple. So I'll stop here and sing Hare Hare. Can you manage it? You can take out this, yeah, pull it out there. What happened is, battery ran out on this. On this.
I know the feeling.
Hare Hare Nama Krishna Janardan Nama Hare Hare Nama Giridhari Gopinatham Marana Tara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Joki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramansa Parabhajaka Charyasta Tara Sada Shiman. Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramansa Parabhajaka Charya Ashtatara Sada Shiman. Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Barka ki Jai. Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Ragana Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Ragana Shad Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. Ramsi Go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Vasudhi Shri Gaurabhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavad ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Vishvavanina Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj ki Jai. Nanda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham ki Jai. Shri Ram Mayapur ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Shri Koladev ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat ki Jai. Soquel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram ki Jai. Ganga Devi ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani ki Jai. Bhakti Devi ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Shyam Guna Radha Kunda Kalindi Mundaju ki Jai. Samarveda Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai. Sripad Bhakti Chandra Parvat Maharaj ki Jai. Gaur Brahmanande Hari.
Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj ki
Jai.
You have to save it now.